So the first one, where's you from?
People have already
Go back to
Go
China.
back.
to take care of the
And so we from another girl.
Okay.
Oh,
Reevany.
she decided to travel. And let's say go back to China. Let's make it.
So who's the two presenters now? I'm losing my line of thought. Dia and Yan Lin, okay. And then Pak Rudi, yeah. Okay, so okay, wonderful. So I just a quick note from the previous vivas, right? Which I think I must highlight again to you all, which is implicit, which is might not be very obvious, but he commented, yeah. Charlie or Chandran's viva was, even with all the comments and questioning and attacks she received, she got one compliment from the examiners, which is her English. So that helps. So then she helps in what way? In two ways. One is that the examiners acknowledges that her English is good and she is well versed with her stuff. Number two, if she did not have her English proficiency, it would have been difficult for her to defend. Because her situation, right, this is thank God, right? I cannot arrange this, right? She had so many attacks from the examiners. Right? Oh, Kyle, were you there? Oh, no, okay. Leah, you were there? You were there too? You were there too? Were you there? Yeah. Chandran's viva.
Yeah.
Okay. Ming, you were there too, right? Okay, so she was being bombarded with a lot of questions, but she defended her well, defended all the questions. There were moments that I'm concerned that she might get sidetracked, she might be trapped by the questioning, she might answer something that is problematic methodologically, but she defended her work well, and she knows her work and she defended her work well. So English is actually very important in that sense. Had it been the other way around, right? Muhammad did not defend his thesis well, right? There were questions that were asked and he did not answer. Dr. Imran, you were there, right? Muhammad's president, Muhammad.
From Iran.
From Iran.
Yeah, I was.
The man.
We were, yeah.
There were questions like, what is your theoretical implication, contribution? And he just replied, thank you, I take note of that. It's not a suggestion, it's a question. He did not defend. So had it been the other way around, the examiners were attacking him, questioning him, and he is not able to answer, then it might, really jeopardize the viva, right? But God grace, they went in with, I think, 2 3s, 1 2. He come up with all 2s, all minor. So it was great that happened. And it was great also that Chandran was a good match with the examiners because she can answer the question well, and she is also calm in answering the question. She's not like panicking, right? So it was good. Chandran's psychological composure at that time was really helping her as well in her language. So this is something that I'm championing English because I'm very critical of colonizers. So very critical colonizers, especially the English colonizer of all people. But that's the medium language we are using right now in USM. Right? So USM recognizes two English and Bahasa. So we are using, and it is also the medium language at the international level, of course, right? I think you all know that. So sometimes once you graduate in the world of academic, if you cannot speak English, they think you're lower class or something. Which is that is colonized thinking actually, right? Because there are a lot of smart Japanese people, a lot of wise Chinese scholars do not know English, but they're still good, right? But I've been to many of the conferences like international, but there's that perception, if you can't speak English, you're of a different class, or even though among scholars, right, they have that perception, which is not good. So, but that's later. This stage is about your PhD. So, really take time systematically, not casually. So, every week commit to a certain number of hours, right, to improve English. Now, there's AI to help you, right? The one that Mutadi shared. I think in China there are a lot of AI still too, that you can practice your English. So sit down half an hour a day or 3 hours a week just to have that practice. Question answer. Because in Viva, the level of English is intellectual English, right? It's technical English. So what's your theoretical contribution might be easy, but they might ask, okay, what do you think about what you said just now with what you argued just now, something like that. Then you got to make that that argument linking two ideas together. So I'm not scaring you all, but I'm saying that you have time right now, so you can just keep on practicing, right? And for a lot of you, I'm not referring with Dr. Ibrahim, for a lot of you, you generally do not have problem reading, understanding, writing. You don't have that, right? As a non-native speaker, I understand that, right? We generally have no problem comprehension. We can read, we can understand, we can write too, right? It is the listening and answering. In listening and speaking, that's the challenge. Right? So that's the part that you want to have regular practice, like 3 times a week minimum, extend to 4 times, 5 times a week minimum. And if you're in Malaysia, that's even better because Malaysians don't speak perfect English too, right? But you have opportunity to interact in English. And for you all from China, they have a second challenge because if you speak with Chinese, Moroccan Chinese, they speak back Chinese to you, right? It's very normal. It's very normal, right? It's very Penang, right? So you would tell them, please, I'm practicing my English. Tell them that you can speak English with me. I'm practicing English. They will speak. They'll speak broken English. Meaning grammar is not right, but it's okay. You just practice.
Just communicate.
Because during the Viva, we discuss this during the last 2-3 Viva, right? We say we are not concerned about the grammar, the sentence structure. We are only concerned about the content.
The content.
The content. So you make the keyword arguments, right? You said, the idea is about this concept and this concept. You just say it, right? This is fine. Right? So Tanvis had that problem, but Muhammad had the problem even more, right? But thank God, examiners were looking more towards their thesis than the Viva.
Defense.
Defense. So the thesis helps. And my concern was Muhammad's. The other point was Muhammad's thesis was a bit too thin theoretically. His theory is not strong, and I had that problem with his thesis many times. So I stopped him from submitting because his theoretical content was not strong. He was doing an inter-religious dialogue, and there's not much theory that was extracting from there. And what the examiners did say, what you have written is very much the same in many inter-religious dialogue. I mean, Dr. Imran, you've been there too, right? You've been sitting in a lot of inter-religious dialogue. Basically, you find the same thing. So what's special, what's unique, what's new about your research? That is something that needs to be argued. That's why, for a lot of you, for a lot of you, like I did say, bring out the culture. The culture will make it unique. It's the culture that makes it unique. It's the constructs from the culture, right? When I say construct, I mean, it is in Indonesia, it's the innovation construct, like the gotong royong, whatever lah. That makes it unique because the English people do not have that construct. We have that construct, the local knowledge, So take that out, bring it out. So it's this is how in China, in this province, or they have this concept, they have this practice. That is something that makes it unique. And in the literature, they haven't talked about it yet. I'm talking about it. So that is something that it can make it different from the existing literature. So I'm making this contribution from the perspective of my research, and it's from the local or indigenous, whatever, Chinese perspective or Indonesian perspective or something like that. So that is in the culture solution is a very strong way to enrich your work theoretically. Anyway, today we have three presenters. So now we are ready. Leah, you ready now? Okay, come. Let's start.
So as Dr. Reevany has already turned on the microphone, so shall I turn on it or not? I haven't turned on it.
Just keep it off. Just use this one.
Okay.
Otherwise, you will have echo. Yeah.
Okay, now let's begin. Selamat datang and Sawadika. It's my honor to be here to make my finding to all of you today. And today my presentation will be focused on my theoretical contribution and my findings. At the very end, I want to make a discussion with all of you about my listed questions. My study is about the entrepreneurship education, comparative study of higher education, transformations in Zhejiang, China. Yeah, Zhejiang, China. Okay, first now let's begin with the research background. In line with global development, China has experienced a significant expansion of its higher education system since 1998. However, this rapid expansion also led to social challenges, especially like the structure of employment among the university graduates. At the same time, the national development At the same time, national development strategies and new expectations on higher education caused the system to shift from an expansion-driven to quality-driven. In response, the implementation opinions on deepening the reform of innovation and entrepreneurship education in higher education institutions was carried out as a key milestone. On the other hand, higher education transformations are taken in China, including the decline of independent colleges. Now, here is the types of higher education institutions in Zhejiang, China, but my study will be focused on the independent colleges, because just as Dr. Reevany mentioned before, it's a very unique performance in the system of Chinese higher education. Okay, now this is my literature review. I will present from three perspectives. First, the group. Second, the critical thinking. And the last one, the theoretical framework. I divided the literatures into three groups. Group 1, entrepreneurship education and entrepreneurship education in China. Group 2, higher education transformations in China. And Group 3, factors that influence the EE. Then after I'm making the literature review, I have some critical thinkings about every group. Here, number 1 is the thinkings about Group 1. Early phase was largely characterized by a superficial integration of Western models, with limited contextual adaptation to Chinese institutional environment and cultural values. Number 2, after checking the literature reviews of Group 2, I found that the transformation process requires not just the structural reforms, but a deeper reconsideration of the purpose, autonomy, and resource model of higher education in China. After checking the Group 3, I found that the Chinese EE must shift from compliance-based expansion to strategic coherence, aligning regional policy levels with competent teaching and real students' needs. Then, in my study, here are 3 theoretical frameworks, including 1 original framework. I built that. Number 1 is resource dependence theory. Number 2 is the classical institutional theory. But according to my study, I searched the theory into different perspectives, including number 1, the rupture perspective, number 2, the de-institutionalization perspective, number 3, the local reinventing perspective. Number 3 is my theoretical contribution. I built it and gave the name of that capacity constraint theory. Although the term capacity appears frequently in literature, its usage often lacks coherence and theoretical clarity, especially serious in higher education. Many studies describe capacity issues such as lack of funding, teacher shortages, or weak governance, but their application remains fragmented and lack an integrated model that explains how these elements interact to shape institutional outcomes. I built this theory from 3 perspectives. First, the definition of key concepts, including the capacity constraint, the organizational adaptation. I gave the definitions for these 3 concepts. Number 2, I gave the explanations for the 4 primary dimensions of capacity constraint. Number 3, I gave the models just like this. The purpose I built this theory is considering that this is particularly useful in explaining why structurally weak or newly transformed institutions like independent colleges undergoing separation fail to deliver on reform expectations despite policy support. This framework will guide the case analysis in the following chapters. Okay, now this is my problem statement. Considering that today I want to talk more about my findings, so I just make a quick review. The core idea of my problem statement is that entrepreneurship is taken little care about the higher education transformations. Based on the previous studies, there was no explanatory model of entrepreneurship education based on higher education transformations, especially the transition of independent colleges. If needed, we can go back to make a review about problem statement. Okay, now let's move on. Now, number 4 is my research questions and objectives. I have a question here because I attended 3 vivas last week, and Dr. Ong is one of the examiners. He strongly recommends that we use the how questions instead of the what questions, both mentioned in the Viva of Chenya and Teddy. So I'm wondering that shall I make some changes? Then we can make then we can discuss later. Okay, so. Number 5 is my research methodology. My research methods, including the case studies method and the retrospective research strategy. My data collection, including number 1, semi-structured interview, number 2, documentary analysis. Interview samples, including 14 participants, including administrators, lecturers, entrepreneurs, students, government staffs. The data analysis. Step 1, finding the key events. Number 2, making retrospective strategy for every key event. And this is my hypothetical model. Later I will show you how it works. grounded in the epistemological and ontological tenets of critical realism. The model extends beyond a mere reproduction by incorporating field-specific structures, institutional conditioning, and flexive mediation. Here are 3 notes about it. Number 1, comprising 3 layers: empirical, actual, and real. Number 2, allowing for ongoing refinement. Number 3, grounded in this model, I created the analytical frameworks for each key event in the case analysis. Now let me show you how the hypothetical model works. Usually it will start from here. Could you see that? From here. Maybe. It's too small, I'm sorry. It's the internal and external structures in entrepreneurship education. Then, by the working of the mechanisms, the real layer was carried out. Then, the actual layer, the empirical layer. Usually, the empirical layer is observation. Then, we can make the improvement of the hypothetical model. Then, go on. Yeah. Later, I'll show you the analysis according to the case study. Okay, number 6, here is the findings, and I want to talk a little bit more about this part. This is a summary of the findings from the JNU. JNU is a name of is a short name of a college case, highlighting the generative mechanisms underlying the JNU's entrepreneurship education. The findings focuses on 3 key events. Number 1, the formal separation of Jiaxing Nanhu University from Jiaxing University. Number 2, the decline in entrepreneurship education activities. Number 3, intervention by local government. The findings examine how underlying generative mechanisms have shaped their emergency and outcomes. I created models for every key event to explain the process of working. Now here is the finding 1. Finding 1 analyzes the working process of generative mechanisms that lead to the occurrence of the first key event, formal separation of Jiaxing Nanhu University from Jiaxing University. The analysis began with an examination of both internal and external structures. The internal structures include organizational reliance on the parent university, lack of independent entrepreneurship infrastructure. The external structures include national policy on the transformation of independent colleges, higher education stratification in China, and actually they are the real layer. Then, with the working of the mechanisms called resource independence mechanism and the institutional rupture mechanism, actually they are original from the theoretical frameworks in chapter 2. Then, with the working of the mechanisms, the actual real can be will carry out. The withdrawal of support by Jiaxing University and the relocation of resources. And the actual real actually is a mediating layer. Sometimes they can be seen, and sometimes they are invisible. And then the empirical layer in this finding is the legal and administration separation. Number 2, determination of shaped programs and platforms. That's the explanation to the first key event following a retroductive logic. Okay, number 2, finding 2 analyzes the working process of generative mechanisms that lead to the occurrence of the second key event, called the decline in entrepreneurship education activities. The analysis also began with an examination of both internal and external structures. The internal structures in the second key event include the limited human and financial resources, absence of long-term strategic focus on entrepreneurship education. The external structures include the reduced external visibility and recognition. Number two, the competitive pressure from better resourced institutions. Number three, the negative effects of the COVID-19. And actually, they are the real layer of this second key event. Then, with the working of the mechanisms called capacity constraint mechanism, actually it's the original from my contribution, theoretical contribution. And the second one is the de-institutionalization mechanism. Then the actual layer was carried out. Here is the loss of faculty commitment, the institutional deprioritization prioritization of entrepreneurship. Then the empirical layer was carried out. Here is the fewer entrepreneurship courses and competitions. Second, a decline in the quality of entrepreneurial activities. That's the explanation of the second key event following a retroductive logic. And here is the finding three, and the finding three analyzes the working process of generative mechanisms that lead to the occurrence of the third key event. Also began with the examination of both internal and external structures. Internal structures here, including the need for external partnership to sustain innovation capacity and the limited political leverage within the local ecosystem. The external structures here include the local government, economic development priorities, and the regional disparities in higher education investment. Actually, they are the real layer of this key event. Then, with the working of the mechanisms called resource dependency mechanism and the local re-banding mechanism, the actual layer was carried out. Here is the deliberations and the informal decisions with local authorities, the latent policy intentions not yet materialized. Last, the empirical layer was carried out. Here is the presence of new partnerships and the local government documents. And that's the explanation of the second key event following a retroductive logic. The findings above answers research questions 1. What are the key events of EE in selected university? And number 2, what are the generative mechanisms underlying these events and how do they work? If the analytic approach proves valid in this case, a similar logic will be applied to examine another case called Tongji Zhejiang College. And after the thank you, I have some support document. So shall I share it later? And at the end, I list some questions I want to make a discussion with all of you. Thank you. So how about let's have a quick review about the support document. Shall I?
You could. What would you like to share?
Sorry. Here is, I noted that Dr. Imran said Zhejiang. Where is Zhejiang? Why choose Zhejiang? Zhejiang, not Xinjiang. Yeah. So I make some support document. I put it here. Why choose Zhejiang?
Yeah.
And somebody will wondering that why you choose these two universities, JNU and TNC. I listed the reasons here.
Good.
And here are some higher education transformations. Somebody will wondering that why you choose the independent colleges? Why not others? So I list some performances here. And here is a list of the interviewees. Yeah, interviewees, the 40 interviewees from the different colleges and the government. Yeah. And here is my questions about my presentation. So that's all. Please make comments about that. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Thank you. All right. I'm gonna clap there, okay? Also, yeah, let me get this right. You have done your proposal, right?
Yeah.
Defense. So the one that you haven't done is the research progress, the findings presentation to the committee, right? So this is in preparation for your findings presentation or the research progress. So the time that you spend presenting is so 17 minutes. So that's good, yeah, so that's good, 17 minutes. Because the time is a factor sometimes. You know, you have too long or too long is a problem there. Because welcome Janan to the group supervision. She's in there. Oh, she's not in there. Oh, there. Okay, all right. Okay. And I've made certain list of comments that I think can help you improve. Yeah. So let's go from the beginning of your slide again. This is preparing for your presentation to the committee. So entrepreneurship, education, comparative studies, higher education, transformation, time. All right, that's good. That's good. Supervisor, you want to put Prof. Madhya in front of my title there?
No.
Right. I usually don't make it a big issue, but then if it's official, then you've got to make everything official then. Right. Go to the next one. The other thing is I understand that your title will most likely, I use the word most likely, be changed by the examiners at the end of the Viva, right? Because one of the discussion segments of the Viva towards the end is improvement of the title, so they will come in comments. So it's okay to be more flexible in the title.
According to the requirements from CPR, should I highlight the policy or independent colleges into my title? It looks like the education problems. Yeah.
If you highlight the policy, then you got to make policy a big part of your research, right? If you do not highlight the policy, you can still bring in the policy, right? The way I look at your work, because you're using reproductive research, you're identifying the mechanism. You're theorizing on the mechanism, the generative mechanism. So more so than evaluating the policy per se. So the policy evaluation still comes in, but under a bigger framework of theorizing of the transformation is an educational transformation, right? So you're actually looking at educational transformation, higher education transformation. You're theorizing on that one mainly. That's what you're doing. Okay. Now, a number of things as we start looking at your work. Just like Mutadi, you have chosen retroductive research strategy, which is one, if not the toughest research strategy to use. Right. Hold on, okay. Sunlight. Oh, okay. The sunlight, something jumping out. So what does it mean? It means it is a challenge to get people to understand the methodology, right? Because retroductive research methodology, as you have noted in here, you have 3 layers of reality, the assumption of 3 layers of the reality, the empirical reality, the actual reality, and the real, right? I'm thinking whether it is good to just have a quick way to make the examiners or evaluators understand retroductive research strategy, because a lot of them do not. I can make that claim because I've seen their comments and they sometimes don't understand, or sounds like they do not understand. Right? Methodology is diverse, and not many examiners master all methodologies. let alone the philosophy or methodology. So it might just be a good idea to have a 1-minute explanation of what retroductive research strategy is. And this is how I usually explain retroductive research strategy. You have pen and we have markers there, right? Yeah, we do. It's the same one that I brought like 3 years ago. It's good.
3 years ago.
Or more than that. I think this is COVID time. More than that. Okay. So retroductive research strategy makes assumption that there's 3 layers of reality, right? So I give this simple example. Working. Okay. Why do we keep that? So there's just like there's fire. And there's a pot, there's water in the pot, and there's vaporized, right? What is that? Vapor.
Water vapor.
Water vapor, right? Okay. So there's 3 layers of reality. Okay. So what the research, the retroductive or retroduction logic says, usually people look at empirical, right? So there's events that happen, that's empirical. There's event that happens, that's actual. The events, there's one is, this is the real, this actual, this empirical, right? So usually people say, look at empirical, right? And they study empirical. They look at what happens, right? There's unemployment, people get depressed. Unemployment, get depressed. So unemployment, this is the surface, right? You can measure unemployment, you can measure depression, right? Or people, the suicide rate, right? People kill themselves, unemployment, for instance, right? You can measure those like variables, like all the different variables 1, variables 2, variables 3, you can measure that empirical. Empirical is basically what you can see, right? But you can measure what you can see. But retroductive research strategy, the strength of the retroductive logic is that it says not all reality can be seen. It needs to be explained. Now, what does it mean? Now, just like magnet, the power of magnet, the power of heat, no one has seen. Magnet, right? The power of magnet, no one has seen. Right? So, the explanation of power of magnet cannot be seen, photosynthesis cannot be seen, but you've got to create a model to explain the process. Then we can see why water becomes vapor, right? So you need a theory to see how different parts come together that becomes water. So for retroductive research, you can use different models. This is how I explain it. The retroductive will look at the thing that's generating this whole mechanism, right? So there's the cause, there's the context, there's the content, right? The cause, the context, the contents. This whole thing becomes a mechanism, the process. So there's certain actual event that cannot be seen. Certain events you can see, certain events you cannot be seen. So the events happen, certain events you can be seen, certain cannot be seen, right? So example, when heat goes into the water absorbing heat, you cannot see that. You cannot see water absorbing heat, right? Because the vapor has not come out yet, but the water is absorbing heat, right? From 0 or what? It's 32, normal temperature, 32, depending on which country you're at, right? In Malaysia, it's going 40, I don't know, and go to 100 Celsius, yeah? Well, before it becomes 100 Celsius, before it's boiling, you cannot see anything happening. You can see, but then, is there event? There is event, but you cannot see the event. Sometimes you can measure the event, sometimes you cannot measure it. So there is events happening, right? When it happens, when you can see the event, it becomes vapor, then it becomes empirical, right? Then it becomes empirical. So certain events So this is actually happening. So the reality is actually happening. The cause is sometimes hidden, right? The cause is sometimes hidden. The heat cannot be seen. You cannot see heat. In fact, energy cannot be seen, generally speaking, right? You cannot see magnetic power. You cannot see veto power. You can see, right? You can see a decision being made to stop a vote from United Nations condemning Israel, but you cannot see the power. Only when the power manifests itself you can see, but the power cannot be seen. So the power is in the real, right? The heat from the fire is real power, but you cannot see until it's turned on there's heat, and then you can see the manifestation of it. So the reproductive research strategy says there's 3 layers of reality. Usually the psychology of people. Why do we have traffic jam? Because all people decide that you got to go home at the same time, right? That decision, that thought cannot be seen, but the manifestation of the thought can be seen. Culture is another example, right? Because everyone wants to rush, right? That desire to rush, right? Kyla used the word intention, and intention is inside. Only manifestation of intention can be seen, right? But the cause, the real, is the intention, right? So a lot of things cannot be seen, but it can only be seen in the manifestation. So the job of the researcher is to come up with a model to explain this process. So the job of Leah is to come up with a model to explain the higher education transformation. What is causing it, right? What the process is, and what is the manifestation, the empirical manifestation, right? You might, I explain more than 1 minute, but you got to think about 1 minute or 2 minutes the most to explain reproductive research strategy in some visual way, right? Because when you go inside to your findings 1, findings 2, findings 3, you lost me and understand reproductive research strategy. Even I get lost in that, right? So if I get lost, the evaluators will get lost too, probably, right? So, but you use the word actual, you use the word empirical, you use the word real, they cannot connect with understanding of reproductive research. Right? Okay, so think about that one. Come up with a picture, infographics or something like that to explain. Just 1 minute, 2 minutes to get them to understand that. And this was something I told Mutadi last time. Mutadi, I'm concerned about your Mutadi is my student from Iraq who graduated, Dr. Mutadi. And you met him, hey? In the online. Online, from Iraq, right? Yeah. He was using reproductive research strategy as well. His research is complex. I was concerned, but he did very well. I think he got a 2 without examiners looking only only me. So he did very, very well. And I thought it was complex and all that. So, okay, that is an important note that I want to highlight to you, because that will remove a lot of unnecessary misunderstanding, unnecessary questions coming from the evaluators, right? Okay. What's that, Hanif? Oh, okay, thanks. Thank you.
Sorry, I have to.
Sure.
I will come back.
Sure.
When I'm back. Yeah. No, it's just.
Oh yeah, maybe better over here. Yeah. Okay, thank you. My name is good. I think about all aspects of the group supervision. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the next one. Literature review. Here comes Pak Rudi. How are you, Pak Rudi? Welcome. Yeah, you just landed, yeah, Pak Rudi. Yeah. Okay. Welcome. Have a seat. Come. Good to see you. Yeah, I can see you. Okay. So, have a seat, get the breath first, relax. Hold on. Okay. Literature review. Okay, certain basic stuff first, yeah. Yeah, you do not have problem with English, I can say that, which is great, right? Pronunciation. It's not pronunciation that you have problem with. It's sometimes you add alphabets to where there is no such alphabet. Like event. You said invent. Invent means to create. Invent, you said invent. No, not invent. Event. There's no N there, right? There's no N there, okay? Okay. How about this word?
Which one?
You come up with what's your theoretical contribution again?
Theoretical contribution. Theoretical contribution.
Okay. What is it?
Capacity constraint.
There. The first word. Say that again.
It's not capacity. No
N there. No N. It's capacity.
Capacity.
Yes.
Not capacity.
Not capacity.
Yeah,
It's
I got it.
capacity,
Thank you.
right? Not invent, event. Because it means something else when you say event.
Yeah, I got that.
What are you creating here when you say event, right? So capacity. I think there's another word that I caught you saying like compliance. Compliance. I think there's somewhere where.
I got it. I know.
Compliance.
Compliance.
Somewhere here or maybe the previous one.
Next.
Okay, compliance. Okay, the other one under institutional theory, you have that one. So the way you pronounce it is deinstitutionalization. Deinstitutionalization. I think you said something else, I think.
The second perspective, right?
Yes,
Deinstitutionalization.
Perspective.
It's too long.
It's too long. I get sometimes.
It's hard to.
It's like for me in Indonesia, deradicalisasi apa itu kan? It's a bit long for me. But, because we don't use that word that often, but in Indonesia we use that word a lot. So deinstitutionalization, right?
Deinstitutionalization.
Yeah, you got it. That's good. But you were saying something else, and I'm not sure what.
Yeah, when I make the pre, once I see the long vocabulary, I'm not so confident. Then I'm thinking again how to read.
Yeah. Oh, there's compliance down there. Number 3, the Chinese.
Compliance.
Compliance.
Oh, compliance. Compliance. Yeah, I got it.
Compliance.
English class.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, because I think event is an important word because you're doing a productive research.
Key event.
Key event. There's no in there. Event. Key event. Capacity is an important word because you're coming up with a theory of capacity.
Yeah, I think.
Right. Okay. Right. So the word you use here is theoretical contribution, right? I'm thinking whether it is appropriate to use it here in the literature review, because literature review you haven't made any theoretical contribution yet, right? Careful. I took my form. Yeah, I move my hands again. A bit animated, a bit, you never know. Yeah, no. But it's apples, it's okay. Apple, right? There's no problem, right? Is that the one that I've seen that advertisement? You have something, somebody was jumping. Wait.
That is okay, the meaning.
Oh, just but I have something better than apple.
Yeah.
This one.
Oh, okay.
This one will protect even more than that. It's like you can
fragmented. When I saw this, I fragmented.
But this is a defragmentation and something. Coming back to this one. So I'm not sure the word theoretical contribution is suited to be used in the context of literature review or in a chapter on literature review. Maybe the word you could use is theorizing. so what it means is that what you aim is to theorize on capacity constraint, so you have not done it under literature review yet, right? So you are theorizing on that, and in your research, it will support this theorizing later. So it's
Not actually. Yeah, I got this. Yeah, here is the. I got this from the literature review after I checking the literatures related to my research. I found the gap. They mentioned that the capacity, but do not have the very systematically theories. So that's my purpose.
Okay.
So do you think it's an outcome from the?
Okay, I see your point. All right. So what it is you're theorizing on a new hypothetical model. That's what you do. You're theorizing on a new hypothetical model, and at the end you'll be a theoretical contribution. So you're theorizing on a new hypothetical model. Theorizing on a new hypothetical model, and that's what retroductive research is about. Coming up with hypothetical model to explain the transformation, right? So, we can say the aim is to develop a new hypothetical model about education transformation for PE. And in the end, you become a theoretical contribution, of course. So you're right by pointing out the next one, which is okay. So you can. This is actually the new hypothetical model of education transformation. Right? This is the education transformation. Right?
No. It's just a model for the theory. The model for the transformation is in the following slide.
It's in the reproductive, okay.
Yeah, this is just the model for theory.
Which part of the theory?
In the literature review, there is no model and no explanations about the
capacity.
Got my nervous capacity. Yeah, got my. There's no theory, no systematically theory about this. So I built this by myself.
Okay.
It's the original creation, not the copy.
All right. So, see, retroductive research combines actually both deductive and inductive, because you come up with a theory or hypothesis, and then you collect data, right? Or you see data, you can go to the hypothesis and theory. It doesn't matter whether you start with deductive or inductive. The process continues on, right? That's what retroductive research is. So, I'm concerned about the word theoretical contribution, because theoretical contribution would suggest that you have carried out a research to come up with theoretical contribution. Right, so let me understand better about how to explain. It's particularly useful in explaining why structurally weak or newly transformed institutions like independent colleges undergoing separation fail to deliver on reform expectations despite policy report. Okay. You can use this word, like the capacity constraint theory model. You can use that word. That's fine.
Which one are we referring to?
The number 3.
Number 3.
Yeah, so theoretical model, you can use that word.
Theoretical model, yeah.
So you have not really made a contribution in that sense yet, because contribution usually suggests that you have carried out research and you're making contribution at the end.
Oh, contribution until the end, after my research,
After your
not
research.
from the very
Not from
beginning.
here, yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
I mean, if when we use the word contribution, yes, we can use it, but in the context of PhD, we usually refer to the end of it,
Oh, okay.
right? Yeah.
The theoretical model. So can I put the theoretical model at the end of my chapter 2?
Yes, you can, yes. So you can say the theoretical model that I'll be using is this one to carry out my retroductive research,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Okay.
That's
Yeah. So that is the clarity you need to have. Otherwise, then you have debate with them about contribution, and you do not need that debate with them, right?
Thank you.
Okay. Let's move on to the your research question. You asked me about the how and the what.
Yeah.
Now, what Dr. Ong was saying is that the what question can lead to a why question as well. So some examiners, maybe many examiners, not sure most, but some examiners argue that PhD must have a why question. They have that perception, right? Because they haven't read Norman Blake's work, right? This is where you need to use authority to argue out your work. Now, what Bangkok or Dr. Ong was saying is that what question, when asked to a certain extent, can answer a why question without even asking a why question. So because it can explain a lot, it can explain all the how things work together, right? Therefore, it explains why things work the way they work. So that's what he says. So now, you remember, I'm not sure it was there, what's his name? Prof. Azim. He said, which I agree, which I often advise you all, if you have a how question in the social sciences, you need to prove that your solutions work in answering the how question. So, what is the how question then? How can there be a better model of transforming the education, right? So you use that word. How can there be a better model? If you use the word, then you got to come up with a model, and you got to prove that the model is a better model, which you do not want to do. But in the discourse of management, this is where the differences between the different academic fields and academic convention. And management tend to use the word how quite a bit. Right? How can companies improve the delivery system, right? So they come up with a answer there. Right? But how, in social sciences, if you want to answer how, you need to have a model that proves that when you collect data from that model, the model answers the how. So that becomes very complicated, right? So now, where does it? I'm going a bit off, but this is part of our discussion as well. Where do social sciences tend to use the word how? Action research. Action research, right? So educationists might like to do that, right? People like Joanne, but she's an educationist, she's a sociologist, but sociologists will adopt this education model. They tend to take the action research. So this is the treatment, right? Get the students, test the students' performance, give the treatment, and then test the students again, right? So hopefully this treatment will produce better performance. So you can answer how question that way. So there's that kind of participatory or action research, right? So you can put between solution A, solution B, solution C, which one is the best solution? How can we improve students' performance? So they do action research or participatory action research, and then they have an outcome, right? So, so in a way, it is similar to psychological research. And psychology loves this kind of approach. So they put people into classrooms, to labs, like, then they test. This is the control group. This is the treatment group, right? The control group, you do nothing to the control group. You behave in a certain way. The treatment group is where you put in the whatever you want to test and see the outcome, right? It's almost like testing rats, testing mouse, rats, guinea pigs. So psychologists they are the closest to the natural sciences. In the social science, they tend to be the closest to the to the natural science, treating people like mouse and rats and guinea pigs, right? That's my criticism of that. Right? So education is, a lot of them are also follow the psychology paradigm, because a lot of education has to do with the testing, the Bloomberg stupid taxonomy and all that. Excuse me, right? So they adopt the education paradigm of research, which is fine. It's very effective. You can show, look, I test 10 group of people, 10 people with 10 with this criteria. It's very scientific. It's very scientific that way. But in our social science, the variables are a lot of variables. In schools, how can you really control the variables? There's this kid who is having some problem from home. This kid just have a birthday party. This, many variables. In real world, there's many variables. So, so we tend to study in more natural setting. So our approach is this part of the social science tend to use more natural setting. So it's somewhat different, right? Talk about this one. So the how question there.
I added the how question here after that, but
so do you need how question?
How do they work? How do they work? I added this here.
Okay. What are the generative mechanisms underlying these events and how do they work? Okay.
I added it.
In this case, how do they work is fine because you're explaining the process, right?
Yeah.
So if you read the Norman Blake's work, book, right, and Dr. Om Bangkok is a disciple, it's like a Muti, and Norman Blake is his Sifu, real, because he was supervised by Norman Blake. So Norman Blake usually would not recommend the how question in this context, but you can use this word because you are explaining the processes.
Yeah, that's my purpose.
Right. So another way of phrasing this is, what are the processes at work? What are the processes at work? What? Instead, how do they work? What are the processes? So it can be a sub-question to that. Right?
Okay, I got that.
How do the processes work? So remember, there's a process of you're explaining the real, the actual, the empirical, right? It's a process, right? So instead of how, you can use the word how. What are the processes at work?
So I should add the question 3 or just to use the and to link these two questions?
You can use and, or you can have a sub-question underneath to it, right? And you can say, and what are the processes at work?
Okay.
What are the processes involved in this mechanism, in this model, right? So, so far reproductive research. So if you're using it, there's Mutadi, there's another student of mine who did reproductive. I forgot who already. Muzakir.
Yeah. I got the idea.
Yeah, Muzakir. Yes. Who is also, which is also a complex, but it's a powerful way because the reproductive research scholars, they argue that a lot of other research strategies are not brave enough. They are very brave to explain the whole thing, something like that. So So, and they say you can use it for science, you can use it for social science, it doesn't matter. Okay, so this is the comment about research question, research objective, all right. Okay, another thing, I just note, it's good that you use the word examine instead of the word explore, because some examiners think that explore is too shallow, is too simple for PhD research. So let's not debate with them. Let's use the word examine, to investigate, to analyze. Don't use the word explore, right? Sometimes it's hard because they have absolute power, right? they're like the king in that kingdom, or the chairman in the party, like or president of the country, or whatever, or president. So in Viva, when the actual Viva, the second part of Viva, I cannot speak up, right? Even though many times I was thinking of these examiners, and they don't really understand their work too, and they think they know the work, but they don't understand the work. It's okay. So maintain that one. Anyway, for the rest of you too, if you have the word explore in your research question, right, or research objective, remove it, replace it with examine, or to explain, to examine, to investigate, investigate, to explain, to examine, to analyze, right? But then they will go to this taxonomy thing, which one is the right word, stupid thing. As long as you do the work, sometimes words are just words, but it's okay. Let's move to the next one. Okay, a small minor thing here for research methodology, right?
Sorry.
The next one, that's right, research methodology, that's right. There's spelling error, lecturers, there's lecturers and the interview samples.
Interview samples,
Lecturers, there's R before S.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So the people, otherwise it become lectures, right? I've been doing all this proofreading thing so many times. I detect errors very, very quickly. Yeah, it's like default mode. I cannot avoid it. Because my mind, I get into things sometimes. Okay, so now the challenge now, the hypothetical model. Let's look into this one. Yeah. Grounded in the epistemological or ontological tenets of critical realism. So the visual you use is this circular thing, right? Right. Let's have a closer look at this one. Thank you, Hanif. Yeah. Closer look at this one. So where do you begin?
Begin with the here.
Internal and external structures.
Yeah, from the bottom to the empirical.
Okay, so what happens is in explaining, and I told this to Mutadi too, in explaining readers and examiners who might not be familiar with it, it's good to put the empirical on top.
Sorry, Dr. Reevany, actually I add this at the very end to make a summarize. At the very beginning, I have the model just this. Yeah, sorry, just this model. Then, in order to make a summary about the model, so I built the
round thing.
circle.
Yeah, the circle thing is actually really helps, but you have to enlarge the circle. I'm just looking at the circle right now before enlarging it, right? And can you enlarge the circle there so that we can, the circle thing really is good, right? So, you see the empirical layer, There at the bottom, the last one there.
Yeah.
Okay. My suggestion is to put it on top.
Okay.
Because usually we will start with observation. We see certain observation, right? This is what's happening. You know, the statistics and all that. Usually it's empirical, right? Usually it's empirical. So give me an example for empirical for education. The one that you study. Some empirical.
The decline of the entrepreneurship activities.
Okay, that will be the empirical, that's right. Because you can measure, so that you can observe it's happening, so it's empirical,
Yeah, and
right?
the courses, I gave some compare with the number of the courses.
Yes. So I would shift this thing more empirical bit, yeah, bring the circle down a bit. So empirical go up. So because we will see observation, and so what happened is a retroductive research is actually to dig up the actual and to dig up the real, right? So and to come up with this explanation there, right? So maybe that's also something you want to explain to the evaluators later on, to say that that what I'm doing now is to bring the whole picture, the actual events as well as the real, into a big model to explain the transformation. That's the whole research is about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. So now what you have here that is a bit concern that might need explanation is that circle called the improvement of hypothetical model. Improvement of hypothetical model, which is the second circle on the left. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so improvement of hypothetical model suggests that this is actually your research process.
Yeah, it's
right?
the retroductive when you find some visible key.
Okay, so that's what you want to explain to them. This is my research process in retroductive research. It's a process in my retroductive research. Okay, you want to explain that to them. So you start with the empirical, right? Start with the empirical. Then from the empirical, you see from the empirical you don't. What happens is you start with empirical, right? You start with empirical. So the next one is not improvement of hypothetical model. It should be just put hypothetical model there, right? So let me.
Actual.
Yeah. So this one here, right? So you have observation.
Yeah,
you see what happened, right? From the observation, right, you move to not improvement hypothetical, the formation or just put hypothetical model to explain the observation, right? So what is your hypothetical model there? The internal structures and all that, right? And then the working mechanism, and then the real, and then what you have is to build a hypothetical model of building the internal and external structures. Internal and external structures tend to be part of the real. So the real. So that's actually the real there. So sometimes they do not understand that. Some people do not understand that. So the working mechanism is
Then shall I separate the internal and external, or I just write it including just follow the action layer? Shall I write them just at the bottom of the real layer? Then shall I add it here?
Yeah, I think so.
Or separately?
So the retroductive side, you start with empirical observation, right? And you build a model, right? So the model will consist of the actual and the real. So the real will have the internal and external structures too, right? But but the actual implies some manifestation or interaction between the internal and external structures. Right? So the internal and external structures can be, for instance, right? So one has to do with culture, the other one has to do with money, material power, right? The money that goes into the university, the culture that goes into that's different fire, right? Different power, they are different power, right? So when these two, for instance, go into the actual, there's an interaction. So I have money, but my university culture is like this, right? So there's interaction, that's event. So certain event, which is actual now, right? So there's these two power, right? The culture and the money or resource, right? They come in. I'm simplifying it, but it's as simple as that. But then we have this something happen, right? Which is the actual, right? The actual, there are certain parts of the actual is manifested in the empirical, certain part is not manifested in empirical. So that is the actual, right? So what you see is that in your analysis of the real and the actual, when your analysis, meaning you collect data, right? You collect data, you make observation, right, of the events, right? You make observation of the events happening in the actual, right? Events happening in actual, right? Because certain events cannot be seen, but you still need to collect the data. So you need to find ways to collect data that cannot be seen, right? Or not empirical. So you got to ask, is this what you think? This is what happened? You know, you got to do that, and then from the data, oh God, is that iPhone? iPhone is okay. Doesn't like Baroni is iPhone. Mine is even better. The cover is even better. So once you collect the data, then you say improvement of hypothetical model. Right? So it's a circle. Yeah. And then once you improve the hypothetical model, which means at first we have hypothetical model that the internal structure is like this, the external structure is like this, but then you say, oh, when we collect the data, it's actually like that. So they meet differently. This is we keep on improving this model until you have the final model that explains the education transformation. Right? Now, what Muzakir did is that he did, I think, 3 phases, I'm not sure, I forgot now. Right? Mutadi did that too. So I was telling them that that's one way to capture the transformation, because we use the word transformation, right? To say there's before it's like this, then during, and then you have after, right? Then you can capture the transformation. And before what was happening, during what's happening, and then after. Right? So you can have 3 phases, and then the examiners can see that the transformation happening, right? So that is that's what you want. Okay. The other thing is you use the word EE and you use the word TZCJNU, right? I know you have earlier on you explained it, but sometimes they get stay confused because so better to spell out, or if you do not want to spell out the whole thing, spell out enough to like JN University. So they answer. TZC Zhejiang, I forgot what T is now.
C? C means Zhejiang, yeah.
TZC.
I know. T is Tongji. Tongji is the parent, the name of the parent university, Tongji, located in Shanghai.
Okay.
Z means Zhejiang. C means college.
College, oh, okay. Then make it TZ College.
Yeah, because the translation of the college, the full name is Tongji Zhejiang College.
Tongji Zhejiang College, okay. So college is what? 大学
Yeah.
学院
水院
No.
大学
是吗
？China names.
Yeah, you can the population lower than the university.
Oh,
But
lower than-
usually not lower, just the
不太一样，
factory.
你假如说原来我们这个大学
Majority
叫
of
学院，
college or the undergraduate students, but the university has postgraduate.
Postgraduate. Okay.
它也是大学，
So that's the
它的这个税
university.
也到大学的税。
招生的，
很少。
对。
It's the university then.
我们的
So I gave a definition at the very beginning of my thesis because in China we all call them 大学 but in translation of university, college, institutions, universities.
Yeah.
So I give a
学
definition
院
very
是
beginning.
吧？就像专上学院的那种 college，
就
就是你看香港很多叫专上学院嘛
It's a reason.
Yeah, it's confusing. Yeah.
对啊，
Yeah. So it put just what TZ College.
Okay.
JN University, right? So many people can remember. They might not remember, especially some evaluators, they can remember Chinese name. I have problems too, but you know, but,
对啊，college 啊
对，你那个转学学院就是 college，
所以说大学还是学院？
学院 college，
，college 学院
院
，university 是大学。
大学 ，OK， 大学学院 ，OK。
Not so certain.
Oh yeah, this Dr. Imran Pak Rudi. Dr. Imran is from Thailand, Pak Rudi is from Indonesia.
Which part of Indonesia? Dari mana? Dari Jakarta.
全称不是这个，应该是
I went to Jakarta visiting us in secretariat. Yeah, as a secretary, yes.
在加拿大的。
Di jalan lain.
宣发很好，对呀，宣传。然后我看
Back for this much, but yeah. So that's a minor. So I do think you just make those changes. All the suggestions I told you, and then you're ready to make your presentation now. Right?
那个本来就是他们的成项。
传媒学也是。
No, the research progress.
No, not yet.
Yeah, so you can just make what I told you. Just do a little amendment. You can tell change zone now, right? Mr. Zone to arrange for your presentation. So you're ready now. Yeah, okay. So I think this is good. So you have.
This is the professional microphone.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, I got to start sharing now. Yeah.
This is the summary. Then I divide them. Dividing 1, 2, 3.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Now, if possible, but if it's not possible, it's fine. This is the visual understanding for the evaluators, right? To put the empirical on the top.
Oh, empirical. Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Put empirical on top.
How about this? Just like this, the empirical.
Just like that,
the
yeah.
Empirical, the action.
Okay. Instead of young people like me, be careful with walking. So I'll go to the next slide.
Okay.
Right. So this is the one I was saying. Let's put in the whole empirical here, the whole actual here, and the whole real here. So so mechanism is this whole thing, right? Is the whole mechanism, right? When you say this one.
I mean that from the real layer to the actual layer, the mechanism working between
so
them.
it's like this, the process here, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so.
Yeah, here is the whiteboard here.
So whiteboard is there. Okay, whiteboard. It's okay. Keep it there because Hanif is capturing the video.
Then shall I show the direction from bottom to the?
Yeah, sure. You can do that too. You can. Basically, you're doing that.
But you told me that it's better for others to understanding from the empirical to bottom. But in my logic, it's from bottom.
Of course it's bottom because the causes are from bottom.
Yeah.
The causes are from bottom, right? So what we have is empirical, right? Empirical, you have whatever there, right? And then you have the actual. Right. Right. So just transfer what you have there, written back, and then the real. What do you use? Real or sphere or what? What do you use? The real, just the real. Okay. The real. Because you have that, right? Including the whatever that. So the generative mechanisms there.
Oh, yeah.
Mechanism. Whatever you say, what is the institutionalization? Yeah.
You can mechanisms here.
Yeah, so mechanism is here, right?
1, 2.
Yes. The institutionalization. Right?
Too long.
Too long, yeah. You just put it there. So they will capture visually, they will understand better.
Then shall I show the direction?
Yeah, you can show the direction there, yeah. But then again, retroductive research strategy sometimes says that the direction sometimes is not linear. This is linear, right? One direction, because it can be dialectical too.
Like the.
Yeah, so it's okay to show direction, but you just need to explain because sometimes what is empirical can become real next time, you know. Like Motadi's argument, yeah, which is dialectical materialism, which is Marxian.
How about delete the direction if it confuses some people?
But you have that one. You just show this one first, right? You just explain it to them because you're not doing the direction.
Yeah.
You just show this, show like this, and then the mechanism, right? So this whole thing is manifested in the empirical, right? So the decline in students, the decline
for the students' activities and courses.
And courses in entrepreneurship education, right? So this is what happened. If you want to understand more, you've got to go through the events and what causes the events and the mechanism or the processes part of this model to explain what happened. Yeah. But basically, it's this one is just rearrange it. Or don't make this one because it looks like an organizational chart. President, secretary, treasurer, you know, whatever like that. But it looks like a Homing's organization, social work organization.
So I have a question that if Dr. Reevany, if I add the direction here from the very bottom, I'm confused that whether people will confuse this model by this one, because in this model from the very bottom it's beginning from the real, but here you give me the advices that from the empirical.
Because this one has to do with your research process. This one is what happened in real life, right? This is a research process where you start, right?
Both of us know each other. I have a worry that others will confuse
That's right. So you know, you want to just maintain this one. This one, you can still maintain it, right? Or just delete it.
I use this at the very beginning of my slides. Want to show you all.
Because this is your research process, what you are doing, right?
Yeah.
But this is the model.
Yeah, model.
This is the hypothetical model explaining the
Let's delete
you could do that, yeah.
And just explain by sentences about the process.
Sure. Right. Yeah. Okay, so you can do that. This visual, you want to change it to this one, yeah? Otherwise, it looks like organizational structure.
Fine.
People think they don't understand.
Like
Then you have mechanism on the side, and it looks like it's just 4 components now.
that's not fine.
So you're ready to you have some more questions for me or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I don't think you're ready to proceed with the. Okay, what is it?
Before this query, when I mentioned the transformation, I mentioned there are 2 performance of the transformations, including the independent colleges and the promotion of vocational education. But after my consideration that I want to focus on the independent college because unique performances. So I'm worried that when I delete the vocational, is that still, I can call it education transformation or just the decline of independence? Yeah, but
Okay.
I asked
I think we discussed this
I
before,
just
right?
GPT first, please have a look. Do you think
Oh, this is for ChatGPT.
yeah, do you think this answer is okay?
It's legitimate and broader view of higher education. Yeah. Then you got to go back to your research question.
Okay.
You got to go back to your title. And the research question, does it cover vocational? It doesn't, right?
Doesn't.
So you don't have to,
Okay.
right?
I worry that others will think that, wow, you just mentioned the independent university. Why you say it's the transformational? When independent university, college is just one part of the transformation.
Okay, then your title is put the word independent college. Put independent, comparative study of higher education transformation in Zhejiang, China. Entrepreneurship, education, and in independent college,
I see.
Entrepreneurship, education,
Education in independent colleges,
yeah.
then just keep this.
and then keep the rest.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
So you keep the focus on independent
Yeah, that's
college, and you do have justification why for choosing independent college, right? Only that independent college is dying off, right, in China, is that?
Not already, just during the process.
The process,
Yeah, during the process.
Okay. What was it called again in China, independent college?
独立学院。
独立学院,
独
okay.
立学院。
Yeah.
But I think it's manifesting because it's a phenomenon that the government to solve the higher education problems during a certain period. Just during the expansion, they sent out the independent university, and then now they want the quality-driven, high-quality, higher education. Then decline. It's the control of the government.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame them because they're responding to reality outside, right? So okay, this is good. Just like in Malaysia, we had. In the late 80s, I think, late 80s, late 90s, I think, we shortened the number of years from 4 years for undergraduate to 3 years or something like that. Yeah, because we want to have more graduates. We do not have enough graduates. The economy is growing, as growth is right. So a lot of companies are looking for graduates, but then there's not enough graduates. So we have changes, so you guys produce faster. So we have all to rewrite our curriculum, make it faster. And then the economy kind of slow down a bit,
That's the similar logic.
Yeah, after 15, 20 years after Mahathir, so now, and Mahathir is gone. Right, so they say, okay, let's rethink about it. Now they're extending it 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Some programs come 4 years again.
4 years, yes.
So it's a response to the economy, maybe. Also, a response to the leadership to some extent, So We even have the fast the going overseas like 2+1, 1+2 program. Remember, Hanif? Yeah. So you study in Malaysia for 1 year, 2 years abroad, study 2 years here or overseas abroad.
Yeah, sandwich program.
Yeah?
Sandwich program.
Yeah, sandwich program,
Yeah, sandwich program.
training program.
Training program, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we have that. And then I'm in a way part of that process too, because at that time we went through a recession, long-term use of recession. So at that in one period, Malaysia government sent scholarship students abroad. So that recession, they don't have enough money. They say, okay, instead of sending people abroad, let's bring the professors over here. They come and set up special institutions for them. They have this 2 year here, 2 years overseas. So they have that kind of training program. So I'm kind of part of that. All right. Okay, good. Yeah, you're ready to for your presentation. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah.
When
information. Yeah, just like this, the special the symbol.
What's that?
The symbols like this. Also,
Oh yeah.
there are some Chinese symbols.
I got the idea.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah. Also have a 逗号那个。
I know that's the Chinese writing.
Especially literature here.
Thank you, Jen.
Yeah, instead of because it's a Chinese.
This one.
Yeah.
Over there.
I mean,
Vocational education. Chinese.
Yeah. Like this.
You have enough space there, probably. Okay. All right, we are ready for the next one. Yeah. So, gotta stop sharing. How was the flight? How was the journey? No, okay. Directly from you from KL first. Okay, you spend some time in KL first. Okay. Morning flight or connecting flight. Connecting. So you were not spending some nights in KL first.
Yeah. My proposal.
We have a cat there. Who's the cat?
I take this photo just next to the lake of USM. The cat. The white cat.
Yeah.
Like this?
Your camera also learning.
Okay. This one.
Your camera.
来，这个我吧。对。
还没有吗？
没开吗？
不是没关了，给你看这个。不是。
这个是不是？这个。
对，你自己的是要啊。
OK。对。
他没开念。
我需要吗？
你不需要。
对呀。Sorry. My first time to share the screen. Yeah. Today I would like to do my presentation for my proposal. This is my topic about research on target poverty alleviation policies in ethnic minority area of China. Take my hometown Liangshan as example. Today my presentation. What?
You're controlling the slide, right, Yannick?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You're controlling it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the problem? I don't know.
There, it's moving.
Like this. Today my presentation includes 6 parts. The first one is about the research background. First, from the historical background, in the purpose of rapid development of global economy, the problems of unbalanced regional development and civil poverty in some regions have become increasingly serious, especially the developing countries in Asia and Africa, which has serious.
Yelling, can you just click the slideshow so that you don't have
大一点是吧？
你把你的那个 Webex 打开，不是这个，
什么？
你要把那个全屏，
全
下面那个
就是播放的。
这个吗？
F5就可以。
Bottom right.
哦，它是当多片。
It's bottom right beside the percentage. Bottom right, bottom right.
那个红色的右下角那个红色。
红色的，喂，
Bottom right.
它那个是全屏吗？那个是全屏。
是啊，我这边是全屏。
没有没哦，可以了，等一下看。
不是不是。
没有，看上面那个。
它应该是上面的。讲错了。
共享错了吗？
对，你共享的时候不要共享 PPT， 你就共享屏幕。
屏幕吗？
对。
哦 ，OK。那我去。
一个退出共享的共享。
Is that delay? Is that?
Bottom right, bottom right. Down, down, down.
Missing.
Beside percentage. The symbol beside percentage. Bottom right, bottom right.
Yeah, that's the.
Okay, beside, no, that one. Beside percentage.
Yanni has already clicked the full screen in her laptop, but
She clicked, but never happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, this is good because it's happening here instead of during the during the proposal event.
I didn't check this.
Dr. Hanif is the technology doctor.
Sorry.
so once the graduation of Hanif, we don't have the next doctor.
Somebody got to come in and.
Maybe I.
Jim, Dr. Jim.
Oh, Jim. Jim, are you a tech guy? Technology guy?
Technology?
Are you a technology guy also?
Why?
Like
Hanif 毕业了 we don't have the technology. Then I can, you can be the candidate of the doctor technology.
I think Jia Rong is also a technology guy. And you guys from China, you're technology people. China is a technology people, right?
You help me.
The man from China.
Oh, the man. Oh, it's like a stereotype of the Chinese.
In one family, we have different duties.
Okay, that's good, that's good. You should have worked.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, God. Thank you. So this is, thank you. Parvati brought us some healthy snacks.
Tempe.
Thank you. This is even more delicious now. With onion bawang.
但是你点了你没有反应。
It's okay.
哪个
Okay.
WPS 吗？
取消的。
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that. Good.
Sorry to waste our time.
No, it's okay. It's
No.
good that it happens here instead of during the actual presentation.
Okay. From the beginning or just from here? Okay.
Why did you start from the beginning? Because just now you did not
Okay.
tell us what your title is.
Okay. Today my presentation is about research and target poverty elevation policies in ethnic minority areas in China. Take Liaoshan as an example. My presentation includes 6 parts. First is research background. From international part, the historical background is in the proposed of the flat development of global economic, the problems of unbalanced regional development and civil poverty in some regions have become increasingly serious, especially the developing countries in Asia and Africa, which have seriously restricted in the development of global economic and world peace and stability. From the micro-social economic environment, today there are still more than 800 million people living extreme poverty conditions around the world, which pose huge challenges to the sustainable development of the world. At the same time, the global goal to eliminate poverty is growing louder and louder, creating the condition for the purpose for the first sustainable development goal. And the keynotes and important meetings, the opening World Group of United Nations member states have proposed a target of eradicating extreme poverty of all people everywhere by 2030 and reduce at least by half the population of people living the poverty around the national definitions as two targets of the first sustainable development goals, low poverty in 2015. In the Chinese domestic, in the area of rapid economic and social development in China, despite the whole overall remarkable achievement, however, the problems of unbalanced regional development and civil poverty in some regions cannot be ignored, especially the ethnic minority areas, which have not only affected the development of national, economic, and social, but also bring challenges to ethnic unity and social stability for China.
Yanling, can you use your cursor as well to point?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Social economic development with the importance of China's comprehensive national strengths, there is a stronger economic foundations to speed up the poverty alleviation efforts. At the same time, the causes of poverty are complex and diverse, and the scale is also large and the degree is extensive, that making the traditional poverty alleviation models is difficult to solve all poverty issues actually and effectively, and creating the condition for the introduction of target poverty alleviation policies. In November 2030, Chinese President and General Secretary Xi Jinping first proposed the concept of target poverty alleviation during his inspiration tours to Shaanxi, Wulan province. Since then, a series of important meetings and documents have continuously improved and promote target poverty alleviation policies, such as the Central Conference on Poverty Alleviation and Development. There are some pictures to show the unbalanced regional development and poverty issues. And first, I want to introduce the ethnic minority area of China. As we know, China is a multi-ethnic country with 56 ethnic groups. In addition to the large population of 10 ethnic groups, the other 55 ethnic groups are called ethnic minority because of the small number of population. In China, the ethnic minority areas may concentrate the remote plateau and mountainous areas or bottom areas of southwest China, like this way. Due to the influence of history, geography, culture, and other factors, ethnic minority areas also often face with more severe poverty situations, which made it always been the focus and the challenges for poverty evolution program in China. Then I would like to introduce Liangshan Autonomous Prefectures, my hometown. Liangshan Autonomous Prefectures, call it Liangshan, is famous as the largest ethnic groups settlement areas in China, which located in the eastern of Han Mountains, with many high mountains and deep valleys in the areas. Its unique geographical and cultural environment have brought many. The high poverty headcount rate in Liangshan let it become one of the most impoverished 3 prefectures in China, which can be used as a very good example for study of the Chinese target poverty evolution. The second part is the problem statement. By the end of 2020, China has completed its poverty evolution target on schedule, lifting all 98.99 million residents who live in extreme poverty conditions, not of poverty, under current standard. And according to the World Bank International Poverty Standards, China accounts for more than 17% of the global poverty reduction population in the same period, achieving the poverty reduction target 10 years ahead of the targets set by United Nations. China's poverty evolution efforts have achieved remarkable results, which not only have great significance to the development of Chinese national economic and social stability. For the poverty evolution in other countries and regions, it's worth more further study and discussing to achieve better poverty evolution results and help more poverty areas out of poverty. Chinese domestic scholars and overseas scholars have carried out some extensive and in-depth work in this field of target poverty evolution policies in ethnic minority areas of China, but there are still some problems need to be solved and some successful experience worth to be shared with other countries and regions. China's domestic scholars may pay attention to the implementation process and ethics to the policies and the benefits of policies. However, overseas scholars pay more attention in the international comparing poverty evolution policies and transnational experience reference. This study will take the target poverty evolution practice in Liangshan as an example, combine exciting research results, conduct in-depth discussing and research on the successful experience and existing programs as the Chinese target poverty evolution policies, contribute to the improvement and promote target poverty evolution policies. At the same time, some successful experience can be introduced to other countries and regions. The third part is the research questions and objectives. I think maybe there are three research questions. First, what is Chinese target poverty evolution, and how does Chinese government implement target poverty evolution policies? To introduce Chinese target poverty evolution models and the implementation process of target evolution process to the world, especially the developing country and extreme poverty areas. The second is what remarkable result have Chinese target poverty evolution policies have achieved, and how does they achieve them? To summarize and provide some relevant reference and successful experience for the world poverty evolution work. The third is whether Chinese target poverty evolution policies can be further improved to achieve a longer term and more effective poverty evolution result. To discuss and research the existing programs and the situation for the target poverty evolution. The methodology. In order to achieve the research objectives, the study may adopt a combined research method of literature review, case analysis, and field research. First, through the literature review, we can deeply understand the background, the theoretical basis, policy content, and the implementation process of the Chinese target poverty evolution. Second, through some case study, we can deeply explore the specific implementation and results of the target poverty evolution policies in ethnic minority areas. Third, through the field research, we can collect more frontline data to help find the existing programs and situations and put forward corresponding suggestions and improvement. This part, the first part, literature review. This part, I think maybe need to improve. First is in September 2015. The head of State Wales Conference, the general members of United Nations to agree upon a set of sustainable development goals. The first target of the goal proposed by the opening work groups of member states is to eradicate extreme poverty of all people everywhere by 2030. The second target is to reduce at least by the half of the population of people living in the poverty are running the national deflations. We have mentioned in the front, and the director of International Fund for Agricultural Development of Asia Pacific Divisions, Kemi Hana, have proposed Chinese target poverty evolution. This is relative poverty based on the atom ability assessments, very effective. The more effort you put into it, the more support you from the government you will get. As a result, local governments are working under pressures while being motivated at the same time. And if we were learn from the experience of the past decade and half, the next development goals could be create another China story, and so to speak, which would bring humanity at the doorstep of ending extreme poverty for good. And there are some quoted from Xi Jinping, seeking truth from fact, adapting measures to local conditions, providing classified guidance, and target poverty evolution. The definition of target poverty evolution is to take target measures to help people lift themselves out of poverty. Poverty evolution policies have been based on the practical factors, adjust measures to local conditions, and make it clear on what to plant and plant, where to increase income, and helping villagers look for the best way to find work. Okay, there are some references. That's all. Thank you. Thank you. One little story. And some pronunciation maybe not the right pronunciation. I read too fast.
Getting many times you come in and you do self-criticism. Yeah, I'm gonna stop that one. It's okay, it's okay. That's why we have our group supervision, is where you know you're in a friendly environment, so wherever corrections and improvements, that's part of our discussion. So don't worry too much about not being perfect. What's important is to move towards getting ready to make your proposal defense, and so progress is important. And your making presentation is progress. Now, before you start, because you did say you're like anxious or something, breathe.
Okay. Okay.
You don't need to just jump in, just breathe the next time, right? So, and then you can present in a more calm and more confident and more convincing, right, in your presentation. I don't need to take notes about breathing. It's just chill. Okay. The bad news is there's a lot for you to do, to revise, in order to be ready to present, right? Good news is you're making the progress, presenting. That's good. You present. So that's where I can come in and give my feedback to you. Okay, just now when you start, you skip the title. So next time remember to go to the title, right? So I want to present. My title is this. Remember to do the title. By the way, your subtitle, can we go back to your title? Your title page.
This
Okay, your subtitle, got to remove that one. The subtitle in my glasses. Oh, there. Where do you go there? Good.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I'm young, that's why, and I put things everywhere. Like a young boy, put things everywhere. So the second part of your title, take Li Shan as an example. It's like this. Don't know how you write title. Okay. You can say a case study or the study of Liang Shan. Liang Shan. Okay.
Yeah, use a case study.
Liang the Liang.
梁
Liang.
梁
Yeah. Cool. It means cool.
两酷的，凉茶，凉。
Yeah. The same.
Okay, 凉山。San is the mountain.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
San, okay.
Because in the area there are many mountains and valleys.
And the mountains and valleys, yeah. So 凉了 okay.
Yeah.
So the study of Liangshan.
Case study, you mean?
Don't use the word case, but we'll discuss about case study because case study become more specific methodology, right? Study of Liangshan.
A study.
Study.
Liangshan. Now,
Oh, okay.
can you click escape, get out from your presentation for a while? Get out from your presentation. Not stop sharing, just yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I can challenge technology expert it's okay. Click here.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. Scroll up. Okay. So that go down a bit more. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go down a bit more. 4, there's 4 there. 5, 6. 6. Okay. All these 6, you need to compress into only 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the background should just be 1 page, just 1 slide, right? So
because 1 page is too many words.
too many words and too long.
Okay.
Because for proposal presentation, you do not have a lot of time and you want to spend more time on something else. So 1 slide on background, and then you want to. There's too many things in here. Right? Okay. Now.
I can do a change.
So, I'm going to skip the problem statement. I'm going to go straight to your research question. Let's go to the research question now. Research questions and research objectives, right?
Yes.
Yeah, click it to become big again. Enlarge it again, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Just click the orange button.
What?
橙色的那个
Oh.
Not that one.
Oh. Like this?
橙色 orange.
Orange.
这是橙色
You want to make it?
there, okay.
Okay.
Alright, orange, 橙色
Yeah. I know.
橙 is orange.
Be confident about your Chinese, so excellent.
No.
Yeah, 橙色.
橙色
Right? So,
Yeah.
You want to learn the right Hanyi, you got to learn not from Malaysian Chinese. You learn Chinese, wrong pronunciation. Just like when you want to learn English, you learn from the English right? Okay. Are you learning all these questions you have, right? This cannot be PhD questions. What is Chinese? By the way, Chinese is wrong spelling, yeah. But the spelling is minor thing. what is Chinese targeted poverty and deviation? That can be answered through literature review, right? How does Chinese government implement targeted poverty and deviation? That can be done through literature review too, or can be under the background, yeah. What remarkable results have Chinese targeted poverty alleviation policies have achieved? That can also be in the literature review, can also be a report.
Case study? Maybe some.
So all the two questions there need to be just the background, yeah, of your research, not in your research question. Number 3, whether Chinese targeted poverty alleviation policy can be further improved to achieve longer term and more effective poverty alleviation. That's a yes/no question. The answer to that is yes, but what is your research question? That's not clear. So all these 3 need to be replaced. Let me ask you the question. You want to study Liangshan, am I right?
Yeah.
What is it that you want to study about Liangshan?
Because Liangshan is my hometown.
Yes, good.
And I can later to do the field research.
The field research?
Convenient. Yeah.
Can go there and do field research. What is it you want to study?
I want to study about religious experience
Good.
change after the target poverty evolution.
Program. Okay. There you go there. You want to study the experiences, the changes of experiences after the poverty alleviation program.
Yeah.
There you go. That's your research there. That is your research, right?
Yeah.
Right. That is your research. That is the essence of research. Is that? I'm not. This is your research. Yeah? This is. I'm asking you, what is it that you want to do? If you want to study that, let's expand on that one. So you want to look at the experiences of poverty and the experiences after they get out of poverty.
Yeah.
Is that one?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, beautiful. That's great. Let's put that into words, into research question.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
Let's put it in the research question. Let's put even more culture to that question. I'm going to help you with the research question now, right?
Okay.
That's how God. We have this is so Malaysia is poor with we don't have enough. Man, it's the same kind of marker somewhere. No.
Get out to the office.
Oh yeah. You can help. Yeah. Thank you. Oh yeah.
Oh, he's still there. It's a long time for them.
Yes, yeah. So don't believe that Malaysia has overcome poverty. Okay. All right. Are we capturing this, Hanif? Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Hanif. This is good. This is like thinking from all sides of the group supervision. So you are interested, you study Liangshan. Okay. Right.
Liangshan.
Huh?
Liangshan.
There is a star in Liangshan. Star's name is Jikajuni.
Oh, yeah.
There is a star.
A star?
Star.
Famous man.
Oh,
Yeah, woman. Famous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My cousin. Yeah, singer.
Yeah.
She's named Jikajuni.
Yeah, my cousin.
From Liangshan.
Yeah.
From Liangshan.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay, then I knew something new. Okay. You're interested to study the experience, right? Of poverty, right? Let me rephrase that. Before the experience poverty alleviation, right?
Yeah.
Alleviation, something like that, right? And then you want to study experience after, right?
Yeah.
After. So you're interested to study the villages who were before poor, and then after the program they become not poor. Is that what you studied? You got it?
The present from Madam Shima.
Thank you so much. Right. Finally, Malaysia is out of poverty.
Also the old one. I'm not sure. It's not a new one.
It's not new.
Suck.
No,
Good, better.
Good enough. So after the poverty alleviation, am I right? Is this what you studied? You're interested to study villages, the people, right? The people who were before they were poor, and then there's poverty alleviation, they become not poor, they get out of poverty.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, wonderful, that's great. Then you're interested to study the experience, right? 他们的经验
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Good, wonderful. Now I'm going to put in some concepts in there for you, right? What local knowledge or in other words, indigenous wisdom can be found in the experience, right? Okay. Here we want to make your PhD a novel PhD, original, something that has not been studied. So it's the Yi experience. Yi Zhu.
Yeah.
So Yi Zhu Ren, do they have words of wisdom, concepts about coming together, working together? Do they have something like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Which is in their own language.
Yeah, they have their own language.
Oh, they have their own language. I'm saying that, do they have like 成语 in their own language? No?
No.
Okay, not 成语，他们那个彝族的想法，他们their philosophy of life 思想。
Yeah. Yeah, the thinking was exchanged.
Yeah. Their philosophy of life, right? In their own language, right? You understand what I'm saying, right?
Not.
You understand? Can somebody help me translate? So, like Hanif, he's a Javanese. So it's very extended experience in Malaysia. The Javanese have certain proverbs, wisdom about life, right? And it's in Javanese, right? Maybe the Hokkiens have their own, right? Like Hokkien or what?
No, Hakka.
Hakka. So the northern Chinese who moved up to the south from the palace. Right? They were living around the palace. They moved from the palace. No. We're talking about the Kejal. In China itself, they moved downward during a particular war, right? They moved downward. But then moving outside of China is another story. So each 少数民族, each minority has their own philosophy, right? Yeah.
your own philosophy, your own system, your own philosophy.
你们自己的思想想法
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
of course.
Yeah, right, of course, right. So I think you do have that. Now, if you put that, extract that out, and to see how that helped them to move from before poverty elevation.
Exchange?
Yeah.
这个彝族的特有的这种思想要加在你的理论当中，但是彝族的这个思想你要去提炼出来。
Okay, thank you, General. Yeah. So you have the experience before and you have experience after. So there's the government poverty alleviation program. So that government poverty alleviation program, together with the Yizu, the Xiangfa, the Sixiang, does it come together? Does it not come together? That is what you want to capture, and that will make your PhD original.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying now? Right?
Yeah.
So let's rephrase this one. Yeah, I'm gonna see whether we can see this one. This is a different. Yeah, and you can still use it, but you know.
Maybe add some water. Add some water in the pot.
Yeah, poverty. Yeah, I told you Malaysia is we are still poor markers. Okay, so visually to understand this first. So there's you have the villages, right? Villages. Living in Liangshan. Right? So they actually have certain
Yeah.
思想
Yeah.
思想的这个
一个田一个心。
一个田一个心
Oh, that's good.
This is their philosophy, right? Philosophy. That is good. I haven't written Chinese for a long time. The philosophy, right? Their culture philosophy or whatever, the life philosophy.
Okay.
Life philosophy. Right?
Culture.
Culture and life philosophy. Okay, so and then we have the poverty alleviation program from the government, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Right? So we want to see this part, right? And we have to have the experience before poverty, and you want to see the experience post poverty. Right? Okay? So now, so this can be your first research question. Question number 1. What are the experiences of villagers in Liangshan in the period before poverty elevation? Right? Research number 2. What are the experiences of villagers in Liangshan after the poverty elevation? Research question number 3. What explanations do they give in connecting their life, their culture, Yi culture, Yi, it must be Yi, yeah? This is important, Yi, yeah? Yi, yeah. Yi, Ti, here.
Yeah, right.
The second tone.
Huh?
Second tone.
Oh, second tone.
Second tone.
Second tone.
Yeah,
二声 two.
第二声
Yeah.
Yi. Yeah. Second tone. It must be Yi culture. Not Han culture, not communist culture, not anything. It must be Yi culture. Because you're capturing it to become original, right? This is the government program. So you want to know, so first question is the experience before, experience after, and what is it about the program plus the culture that explains the before and after.
Okay.
You got what I'm saying? Right? So, I'm going to help you with some research question now. Alright? But this is a suggestion, you go back, you think, you agree or not. This is your research, not my research.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. I will think about it.
Yeah, think about it, but don't think too long.
Oh, yeah.
The experiences of pre-poverty, whatever the program is called, pre-poverty elevation. By the way, you need to get it, the pronunciation right, not elevation, elevation. Elevation.
Okay.
Because it's an important word, because you will repeat it many times in your presentation, right?
Yeah.
Program. I don't know, you got to get the name of the program right? What are the experiences of the Liangshan villages before, or is this before?
Before or after?
Before the poverty alleviation program, according to the social actors themselves. We can improve the wording later. We can improve the way we say it later. According to the social actors themselves. See, I write faster than I talk. So this is one. First research question. Second research question. You just change. This one is the same. The only thing you use is after.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Try. Who from Bangladesh? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, this is research question number 2. We can change the question later on. Research question number 3. What explanations do they give? Again, we can change this one later, just by the set.
Okay.
Let's phrase it properly so that what are the what basically what would you say? What are the Yi's cultural philosophy that may influence the experience. Vis-a-vis means in relation to poverty. And poverty alleviation. Can you see it? What are the Yi cultural philosophy or philosophies or whatever, right? That may influence their experiences vis-a-vis in relation to poverty and poverty alleviation. Research question number 4. what poverty alleviation program, because this one the child we are helping them, right? Activities. Yeah, we need to choose the word activities. Help them in poverty alleviation according to the social actors themselves. Okay? Listen to the recording and rewrite what poverty alleviation program activities or whatever can help them in poverty alleviation according to the social actors themselves. So your research is completely abductive right now. You have turned your research into abductive research. Right? So no more of this going to literature, because going back to literature doesn't. I'm blocking it. Okay. It doesn't make your PhD original. Right? So all the literature is only part of your research question number 1, 2, 3 are part of literature review or background or introduction. Yeah. So basically, you're studying the life experience, the experiences of the villagers. Okay, got the one?
Okay.
Now, take note of who do you want to study among the villagers. Are you want to study? You cannot study all the villages. How big? Chinese village is bigger than one small town in Malaysia.
Yeah.
How big is the village? You know?
You mean how many villages?
How many people? Okay, how many people? You know?
In Yangshan?
Yangshan.
Yeah.
10,000, 20,000, 100,000, maybe more. How many families? No, it's okay, so you don't have to answer. Maybe it's a big number, yeah.
Yeah, big one.
Alright, yeah. So you got to decide what sample you want to study. You want to study the heads of the family, like the man, or I don't know, maybe it's matrilineal, becomes woman, right? You want to study single mothers. I'm not sure you have single mothers or not. You want to study, interesting. I was, single mothers.
Maybe there are some students.
Single mothers in Indonesia is quite different from single mothers in Malaysia. Because single mothers in Malaysia were like 40 years old, you know. So when we do training for single mothers, it's about they know some skills. Single mothers in Indonesia, they're 20, 21 years old.
Single mother.
Single mother means
Single mother, no
marriage.
No, they might get married, they might divorce, or wife might pass away, but they are mothers, they have a child.
Is that legal for a girl had a baby without marriage here or in Indonesia, Malaysia and Indonesia?
Legal.
It depends situation. Maybe
That's a different question. It just happened already. It's not. So you got to think about the samples. Are you interested to study the mothers, the fathers, or both of them? Or you study the youth, right? It's different, right? Youth is different depending on what you're interested in, right? So if it's youth, so it becomes the experiences of youth villages in Liangshan. So your literature is about youth. So you'll be theorizing on the youth of Liangshan. Of the Yi youth villages. So and the connection with their cultural philosophy. See? So that the one who studied. But you got to go back to literature to see that no one has studied before. Then study that one. That is the purpose of literature review, one of the main purposes of literature review, to find a gap in the literature, to find a gap in theory, right? What is it that people haven't studied about the people.
Yeah.
So when there's a gap there, that's where you can take and make it something that you can study and want to study.
Okay.
Right? Or you want to focus on the farmers, that can be, I mean, most of them are farmers, I think. Or you want to study the craftsmen. Craftsmen is what's craftsmen, yeah. People who make things. Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah, I know.
what's craftsman in Chinese again?
工匠，
工匠。他们做东西啊，
做手艺的工匠
啊，做手艺啊。
Yeah.
So you can focus on different people.
Oh, yeah. That's
For entrepreneurs, business people, business. It depends on what you want to study. So you can decide. The sampling is part of your theory. Sampling is part of your title too. That is actually this good a thesis strategy it should be looking at the sampling, because the way you slice the research, the way you cut your cake, right, makes it special. That's and the more specific your sampling, the more special your research is. Right? I'll give you an example. Gay youth teenagers. Youth. So there's no theory about gay youth teenagers, right?
Yeah.
So you'll be the first one who has that theory, right? So more specific it is, right? You'll be the authority of the theory. Are you interested in that one? I'm not interested in that one because I don't study deviance. Right? The pause and deviance, right? So it can be more specific. Women entrepreneurs, right? Women entrepreneurs, teenagers, right? More very specific. So it'd be a theory about them, of ye people, right? You can imagine that. So how specific your sample is, because you have a lot of people to interview, right? You can interview them. You're using adaptive research, so you have a number of 30 people to 30 to 40 people. You have something enough. You have something strong.
Okay.
Right? Remember, you want to maintain the numbers. You got to have the numbers in order to build a strong wall in your Bible later on. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So your job right now is to think about the research question. I need to see your revised research question and your title and your sampling. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So think about your sampling. It could be what's it? The young, not even teenagers, the young boys and girls, how they experience, because China transformed very, very quickly. The poverty was very fast, right? So they started at a young age, and then they become teenagers and become older. How fast did China transform? In less than one generation, right?
Yeah.
Less than 25 years or less than.
Less than 5 years.
Less than 5 years? There you go.
You can see the occurrence of the AI, the technology transformation.
Yeah.
Even every year.
Yeah. So it's a great research if you focus on specific group there, right? And China definitely is one of the success stories of poverty elimination in China, right? So, yeah. The question is, are we going back to poverty after that?
Oh, okay.
All right. So those three things make the improvement. Remember, you take note of those three main things, right? Because methodology must come after the research questions. But in the methodology, there's sampling, which influences and determines the sharpness of your thesis, right? So, in a way, methodology is part of it too. No, in a way, it is part of it, because sampling is part of the methodology, which actually becomes part of your theory, theoretical contribution. You must think, there is no theoretical contribution in your research question right now. You must think about that.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So think along this line. Again, it's your research. You might not want to do this, right? But you told me you want to do this, right? I didn't come up with this. You told me. But I think this be good to look at that. And then the idea is to capture the philosophy or the Yi philosophy. You know what I mean? Like, don't you have like 铁棒磨成针这样的 that kind of, huh? That kind of what is called 成语问什么语？
成语。
You go back, find out now. You should find out because it's your people. You go and find out your philosophy. You go and find out, get out, then write about it, right? Right? So your people, but you know, sometimes we go into the modern world too much, we forget but the strength that we have, our identity.
Okay.
Right? So this is the strength of the Yi people. What is it? And the second part, the philosophy. What is the strength of the Yi people? Like the Liangshan Yi people. But not all people in Liangshan are Yi. No, right? No.
Still have Highland or
other sub-ethnic. Okay. All right. You have other questions? I have things here, but I think I do not need to comment too much because this might revive thing. Your pictures, you might want to bring more Chinese picture there. I think you have Indian picture there too, right? Is it Indian or some? I'm not sure. I see some Indian. Just now your picture they show poverty. You have from some other country, not China. So you know we're talking about China. Otherwise, you can talk about Africa. You can talk about Alaska. You know, yeah, or rural Alabama, US, because they also have poor people. And check your spelling before this because you have the word Chinese spelled 4 or 5 times in the wrong way, right? How do you spell Chinese there? You can include Xi Jinping quote, right? But not like 3 or 4 of them. You can. It would be nice to put the first slide if you like. If you do not like, you don't have to. You know, a quote from Xi Jinping, right?
It's a traditional one of Chinese presentation.
Right.
Put the first page of what does President Xi said. 不让放了。
对。
我不用放了。
啊，对，现在不让放了，因为
to
police.
Police?
Yeah. It's a police.
A policy or police? Policy.
Policy.
Policy. Oh, policy.
政策
Oh, it's a policy not to put.
In open 在公共场合
in the public.
In public.
It's good, right, to say that. Well, it's not like respecting him, right? No?
No.
They want to don't want to show your over respect.
Over respect.
What about his statement? His statement in any official documents. Should we do the statement from documents from the official?
It might be the latest rules. General said, in the older way we make the prayer. Usually you say I want them.
I thought leaders always like to see their picture there or what they say there, like our Malaysia now Madani, you know,
Madani. Every email.
Every email with Madani.
We were required to learn the philosophy of President Xi for a lot, so somebody complain about
avoid the personality part.
Oh, see.
Okay, avoid personality club.
Personality.
Okay.
Personality.
Good.
Yeah, that's
China has
great idea.
Yeah.
Great
we
idea.
should show the respect, but
Yeah. Do not over. Yes. Good. I mean,
The new knowledge, yeah?
Knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, we don't understand.
Yeah. They should tell Malaysia like that too.
To Thailand too.
Thailand still like like this, you.
Yeah, we everything.
But Thailand is a king.
It's a king. It's a king.
Ah.
When you raise or you announce everything as a king, the king words everything. Oh, you fabulous! You get the money.
That's it. Thailand used to have a very respected king.
Yeah, very respected. Yeah.
People respect, not just Thai people, but outside of Thailand.
Yeah, we respect the king. Yeah.
He was like Zoran Mandani. He walked hundreds of miles.
Yeah.
To go to
The late king, the late king.
We got some entertainment news from your king. One of your king is very fashion and have so many much relationships.
Not the late king, not the late king.
The current one.
The current one.
It's famous among Chinese.
Yeah.
Very close to the king.
Okay. The leg, you okay? You gotta.
Sorry.
No. It's
okay.
Okay.
Right. Anyone has anything? By the way, Jim, it's good that you notice certain things just now that.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, we were adjourned.
Interesting
Go for
topic.
lunch
Interesting.
because it's already 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then we come back for Parudi's presentation. You okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? Yeah.
So we go for lunch first?
Yeah, we go for lunch first. Okay?
Okay.
I mean, there's no force. Those who can come, those cannot, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Why is it like this?